Oh my God, somebody please say it ain't so. I got some sad news for y'all today. You got fools on the internet trying to link Big Meech to Mike Brown's murder because they favor each other. We don't know who killed Mike Brown, but I know one thing for sure. It wasn't Big Meech, so cut the rumors out. People in Detroit been reaching out to me. Everybody's sad about this man's passing, and the more I looked into this, I'm becoming more and more sad about his passing as well.
And we begin tonight with a tragic shooting that has a lot of people asking if some bars in Detroit neighborhoods are staying open too long, even if alcohol is not on the menu. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us. A shooting this past weekend at a bar on the city's west side claimed the life of restaurant owner Mikey Brown and injured 2 others. Police are urging anyone in the public to come forward with information in the case.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley is listening to Brown's brother and also hearing concerns about how late some bars are staying open.
A Suite 100 bar and venue closed after Mikey Brown, a beloved restaurant owner, was gunned down right outside of it. 2 others also injured in that shooting. Now renewed calls to regulate after-hours businesses in residential neighborhoods. This as the Brown family mourns and pleads for justice.
My brother took care of a lot of people. He provided a lot of jobs. Now I just ask that you guys help him out this one time and speak up.
Myron Brown is still coming to terms with the murder of his older brother, known to many throughout Detroit as Mike B. More than a successful club and restaurant owner, Myron says his brother was a devoted husband and father, and to him, a true father figure.
Our father passed when I was 1 year old. He was 5 years old. And my oldest brother was 10 years old. He taught me how to play basketball. He was always on me about my grades and my behavior.
Mikey Brown was gunned down outside Suite 100 on the city's west side around 4 a.m. last Saturday. 2 others were also injured in that shooting. Detroit police and Crime Stoppers urging the public to help them develop leads in the case.
Come forward, speak up, say something.
And over the last 6 years, we've taken in 42,000 anonymous tips, and not one of those tipsters has ever been identified.
Brown's murder struck a nerve in Detroit. Tributes for him flooded social media. His death reigniting calls for Detroit to rethink how late businesses can operate in residential areas.
When we get like a lot of our stats back, and most of the crime and violence happens, late night.
Isaiah Zeke Williams from the Community Violence Intervention Group New Era Detroit addressed City Council on Tuesday. He says the discussion is not about targeting businesses, but about protecting neighborhoods. Councilwoman Angela Whitfield Calloway plans to take up the issue and says an enforcement crackdown is on the way. Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
Unfortunately, it's starting to look like this is the price of having a black-owned business. People don't respect your business. They want to eat your food. They want to come up in your establishment. They say they love you, but they don't treat you with love and respect. But at the end of the day, we don't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes. We don't know who was involved or what was involved. All I can say is rest in peace to Mike Brown. And a lot of people in his community are saying that he was a model citizen, a great dude that didn't deserve to lose his life. And I believe that 100%.
I can tell you that I did speak with a few people, but there were messages upon messages online pouring out of love and memories and thank yous of Michael Brown, who owns Sloppy Chops behind me. They're getting the message of his death rocking the community all throughout Detroit. Let's take a good look at him because he is beloved and missed by so many. This is Michael Brown, also known as Mike B. That's what many people called him, both in his restaurants and outside the restaurants. He was known for Sloppy Chops and Sloppy Crab. Those were his establishments, his places, and many say that the food was good, but it was his heart. That's what stood out the most. Detroit police say 3 people were shot at 4:30 in the morning on Saturday on Pilgrim Street and Schaefer Highway. Mike B, again, as many people called him, died of his injuries. Messages, as I said, have been pouring in since it all happened, saying he was a great father, great husband, and overall mountain of a man.
Very well loved, respected. He was an asset to our community. He fed us good. He even went past food to do community service and to help community organizations and people. No one could be hungry around him, could be in need around him.
He stood up and supported the community, specifically around hunger. He always did things to make sure that people had food, that he would say that there's no young person that's going to be hungry as long as I'm around. So he would do things. And then I remember either it was last year or the year before last that there was a tragic thing that happened at one of his restaurants, and he was just there 10 toes down for that person and that family and that community.
So many people posting, sharing memories, just like you heard there. Now, police tell us that they are looking for the suspects, and they're asking anyone with tips and information to please reach out to them as soon as possible. Call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. It is all anonymous. Reporting live here in Detroit, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Lauren, do we know much about this investigation? We know that there were 3 people hurt and are shot, rather. Do we know if he was an intended target in all of this and why?
And that's a question we're all asking at this time. The investigation is very early in its stages. I reached out to DPD asking just for an update. And again, all they could tell me is that the investigation is ongoing. But again, if anyone knows anything, please let the police know.
A lot of people in Detroit said this man would feed you. If you was hungry, he would fix you a plate. If you was starving, even if you ain't have no money, he would look out for you because he was just that type of dude.
You couldn't be hungry around him. No one could be in want, just had a very genuine, gentleman personality, just a real Detroiter.
And right now, that's how friends are remembering Detroit restaurant owner Michael Brown, better known as Mike B. He was killed in a triple shooting outside a West Side bar over the weekend. Now, as friends mourn, some community leaders are renewing calls for the city to crack down on after-hour spots.
The triple shooting happened around 4:30 a.m. Saturday outside Suite 100 near Finkel and Schaefer, and 2 other people survived. Detroit police are still looking for a suspect. Lauren Kostick joins us live. And Lauren, one person who knew him says Mike B. was just the kind of guy who always made sure people were taken care of.
That's exactly right. It's clear how much he meant to this community. So many people are posting on social media, sharing memories and honoring his legacy. Also, at the same time, Detroit police here at the 2nd Precinct are trying to find the person or people responsible for this triple shooting. And community leaders are saying this shooting is also raising a lot of questions about bars after hours. A father and successful business owner shot and killed over the weekend in Detroit.
Detroit loves him. He was a real Detroiter who was about people, community, and about uplifting life.
Michael Brown, better known as Mike B., was shot Saturday morning around 4:30 outside Suite 100 near Finkel and Schaefer on the city's west side. 2 others were hurt but survived. As of Monday, no one has been arrested. Mike B. was a staple in Detroit's hospitality and entertainment scenes for decades, known for his restaurants including Sloppy Chops and Sloppy Crab. Messages and memories have been pouring in on social media, including this tribute from a local restaurant critic calling the news heartbreaking. But his legacy extended far beyond food and nightlife. He cared deeply for his community.
It was embedded in him, and you could feel it in his food, in his restaurant, and his demeanor when you approach him. Very approachable. Just loved the city of Detroit, loved his people.
Now, his death is sparking renewed calls for an ordinance on after-hour establishments, limiting how late businesses can operate in neighborhood areas. New Era Detroit posted this video over the weekend.
Enjoy yourself, have a good time with your people, and then go home. It's that simple. Go home.
And Pastor Mo agrees, saying it's time the city stepped in.
We're definitely probably going to see an ordinance come down. Okay. And we're going to make sure that from a community standpoint, we're going to make sure we have our foot on that too.
Yo, shout out to my people in Detroit. I'm going to be out there soon. I've been getting the emails. I've been checking the inboxes. People been going crazy about this Mike Brown murder. I hate to say that people don't know what to believe nowadays. If they see somebody that looks similar, they want to connect dots. I'm trying to tell y'all, Big Meech ain't have nothing to do with this. There's a lot of people in Detroit that look like Mike Brown. There's a lot of people in Detroit that's related. Detroit been around for a long time. There's some real thugs out there in Detroit. And I ain't got nothing but love for the D. And when I get out there, too bad I'm not going to be able to try this man's restaurant. It look like it's shut down for good. And they're never going to be reopening it. well-known Detroit restaurant was fatally shot early Saturday morning on the city's west side. The triple shooting has sparked renewed calls for stricter rules on late-night bars and so-called after-hour establishments. So it's a wrap. People don't know how to act. They're going to shut it all down. If you got a black business, it's only so much money you're going to be able to make because your customers might come up there and do something crazy. That's so sad. Rest in peace to Mike Brown. And y'all quit them rumors about Big Meech having something to do with it. If Big Meech got something to do with it, that's probably his cousin or his family member or something. Big Meech probably mourning this man. He probably had a personal relationship with him. Leave Big Meech out of this, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I got so much love for y'all. And for you beautiful ladies out there, I risk my motherfucking life.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk